Welcome my friends, and welcome to a new video. So today I'm going to talk about Dragon Age the Veilguard, or the Veilguard, I think is the right pronunciation in English. So yeah, there we have already some mixed sentiment, and in this video I'm going to try to explain to you where the sentiment comes from, and I'm also going to address some of those criticism, skepticism, and the general sentiment around this game. So I watched all the trailers. I haven't played it yet myself, I have to admit, but the trailers, I really like them, guys. I really like them, and I know a lot of people are going to hate on this game. I'm saying it again. There it is, the typical hate that you will see on this game, and it will become nasty, and it will become not nice, and people will go crazy again, and they're going to criticize it for the choice of the characters, for some storyline choices, and they're going to criticize this game also for its new action-orientated approach, and then they say, yeah, the old Dragon Age games were so much better. They were so much better. So, but guys, this is always how it goes, and I want to address now some of those sentiments. So, 31st of October, it comes out. Yeah, basically in like five days. So brace yourself for the dragons. And here we go. So some positive feedback people were giving already. So enthusiasm from some quarters about the game being a potential comeback for BioWare, with sentiments suggesting it could be a definite Game of the Year contender. The character interaction, narrative depth, and combat system have been highlighted positively. Some fans appreciate the return to a more focused, companion-centric, and lore-rich fantasy RPG experience. The game's action-oriented combat has been described as crunchy and engaging by those who have tried the game. So, and here you see on the screen some of this crunchy action-oriented direct combat. So what I personally like, it's a reason that I would play this game. I wouldn't play this game if it's a mere RPG with turn-based action, so I'm not interested in turn-based action. So I want to play an action-oriented game. Criticism and skepticism. Not all reactions have been positive. Some players and critics feel that the game deviates too far from what made the original Dragon games great, so criticizing its visual style, combat mechanics, and narrative direction. There's a sentiment that the game might prioritize certain modern trends over traditional Dragon Age elements, which has led to some backlash. Concerns about the game's visual design, like character models and finishing moves, have sparked debate, with some fans feeling these elements are not true to the series' roots. And now coming to the general sentiment, the discourse around Dragon Age the Veilguard shows a split between those who are optimistic about BioWare's new direction and those who are very or outright critical. The game's attempt to innovate while still trying to capture the essence of what made the franchise popular seems to be a point of contention. The marketing strategy and emphasis on certain features have also been points of discussion, with some feeling it's too divisive or focused on generating controversy. And that's already one of those points, guys, you know in which direction this goes. So I'm just using the three big letters. It's the D, it's the E, and it's the I. Overall, Dragon Age the Veilguard has stirred a broad range of reactions, encapsulating both high hopes for a revitalized series and concerns over its departure from established norms of the franchise. So, alright guys, so let's jump a little bit deeper. Let's see what we can find here on the store page. So we see, for example, we have 72,000 followers, so that's pretty nice. And if they manage to have like 30,000 gamers on release date, that would be already pretty good. Then you see here, the game has made the first tag for the game is LGBTQ+. That's already one part of the divisive approach, and where people say they don't actually want a game that is dividing people. So because they make the game to be inclusive, but it divides people that don't like LGBTQ. And then you have the discussions going on. So I don't want to say it's good or bad, but it's just how the discussion system works. €60, 4 days. I told you already. So deluxe edition content you can get, and then you get some different forms of, let's say, some different forms of armor. So let's check out the discussion board, and then you see, for example, what more of this divisive rhetoric, so something that we don't like, and where the haters, they're going to hate all of this. And I know, guys, so but I'm going to check it quickly out. So what do we have here? Dragon Age, Veilguard, gendermancy. If I have the most powerful pronouns, let's say pronouns plus 10 new genders, so a mix of So I'm not going to into this. Big thanks to Steam. Just wanted to thank you guys at Steam for adding the LGBTQ flag. I bought Baldur's Gate 3 to only realize later it was full of the fantasy, which doesn't represent the real world in the slightest. So I wish the flag would have been a thing back then, so I could have saved the €60. Okay. Metacritic score prediction -91, post your bets 92, 99, user score 57, score it deserves 76, IGN 10 out of 10, so that's a bit more funny. So I'm non-binary. Is this game for me? I'm a non-binary person. This game for me. Is the game interesting for original Dragon Age players? That's maybe a more interesting question overall. If you played the original titles, is there any point in playing this game? Does it something better than the old titles? I mean, it's a new game, so if you played all the old games, then you might play a new game. What are we most hyped about? So I accidentally derailed the topic I was enjoying having, so I thought I'd start a new one since we were discussing our hype for this game. I'm absolutely looking forward to the hair and full body tattoos without having to mod them in. So that's something some people like this. It'd be funny to see what bugs, the non-game breaking ones, arise from things like the hair, since some of my favorite BioWare moments include them. Scout eating behind Harding is a freaking favorite. The AI and Shepherd Exorcist headspin. Okay, getting a bit confusing what people write. But people, that's their right to write weird stuff. Do you think this game is the game of the year? So, do you think this game is the game of the year? Because I do. It is top 5 in pre-orders on Steam, selling well on consoles, tons of inclusion. I've never felt more represented. Unique companion, selling so well that even Nvidia wanted in on the fun. Combat is not dull and one-dimensional. I can romance I can romance every companion. Not going to be another Concord. Outlaws Dustborn Anno 9. As an OG fan, I'm excited to see where this entry goes. This is truly going to be game of the year. It has so much potential, people say. 35 on the Steam charts. I understand you love the series and want it to succeed, but it's actually 35 in the Steam charts. I know you do some magic math, but it does not look good when you got 10-year-old games outselling a new game. Minus scope and magic math, you at 35. Sorry, guys. Stop the hate. I hate the haters about this game. Can't you stop hating this game? Whew. Please, yeah, stop the hate, guys. Stop the hate, guys. Stop the hate. Stop the haters. I think this too. And let's stop. Let's get back to normality a bit. We should stop hating on games. So I know this game is controversial, and I know it might have some elements that some people don't like. So they're divisive, and it's the developers, the studio's problem. And if they continue implementing those divisive elements and they're not selling the games, then just let them do it. So when the money is not coming in, those developers will start thinking a new way, and then they might not implement it the next time. And then we might see again games that have these elements a little bit less. So, but just let's not completely hate on the game. Let's give the game a chance. So maybe the game is doing it well. so it's an engaging story. So it's actually not something that is pushing you away. Maybe it's attracting you, even if you are not a big fan of the DEI setting of the modern gaming audience. Let's put it like this. But on the other hand, there are also people that feel like they need to be better represented. So I would say we give this game a chance, and the 70% male gamers, most of them coming from Europe and North America, and also in China now, all of those male gamers, of course, if the game is pushing them too far away, those male gamers might not be interested in this game. And the modern audience of women, female gamers with some specific backgrounds, origins, I mean, are they going to purchase this game because they feel better represented? I don't know. I mean, we have to look at the percentages in populations, therefore representation. And if people don't want to buy a game because they feel not represented, and they're actually 0.x% of the population, then yeah, then just don't let them buy it. So therefore, I'm pleading, of course, for majority gaming community to be more represented. But that's just my opinion. And even having this opinion, it's an okay opinion. You can have this opinion. But guys, let's stop the hate. All right. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye.